Greetings. This is Rio. My name is Rio Langster. This video is meant for you, Mr. Andy Cohen. Remember that little caller from Spartanburg, South Carolina? Yeah, that's me. This is Rio. How you doing? I'm making this video to you to give you my thoughts and feelings about a particular show that's been on for 9 years. You know what show I'm talking about, The Real Housewives of Atlanta. This show has been a staple in my mind and in my heart for the past 9 years. I've seen the good, the bad, the ugly, and the ratchet amongst all women who have come and go for the show. The first season, when it first came out, everybody was in love with it. Everybody loved Nene. I love Nene in the show. I remember when the reunion came on, me and my family, we all watched it as a family, and everybody loved Dwight. But now we're on to season 9, and as a super fan and a loyal viewer, I feel like the show is not authentic with the drama. I feel like it's manufactured drama. Now, before I say anything else, this is not a diss video. This is not a shady video. I am not coming on here to make fun of you and of your career. I have a life of my own. I got 2 jobs. This is me just being a loyal fan, just hoping to talk to you through the world of social media. I am respectable, but I am also real. So please don't take this as a diss video of any sorts. But this past season is like the past previous seasons, 4 or 5 seasons, have been very hard to watch because I feel amongst the ladies there's a division that's very damaging and very, very toxic amongst all the ladies in the group. It's like all certain ladies are to blame. All certain ladies are blamed for everything. Portia and Phaedra are responsible. Kandi is innocent. Kenya is the victim. I just can't stand it anymore. I'm a big fan of Team Portia and Team Phaedra. And if you've seen my past videos or my past threads, will be on Facebook, on Twitter, and Instagram, you know I am very fair amongst these ladies and when I talk about these ladies. And amongst Phaedra, Portia, and Kandi, all 3 are to blame. It's not just Portia and Phaedra's fault, but in the world of Kandi's eyes, it's their fault. And I really used to have a lot of respect and a lot of love for Kandi, but now she's putting on this facade where she's trying to keep it real, and now that she's the middle peach holder, now she's trying to edge up the drama, saying that she's mad as hell and she's not going to take it anymore. But we both know, Andy, as gay men, there's a fine line between keeping it real and just being the bitch. Kandi is being the bitch right now. And it's very uncomfortable for me to watch sometimes because this is not who the Kandi who I thought is. The Kandi who I know, who I thought was, could handle the situation without edging on the drama, without using her slaves as employees to help manufacture the drama. And amongst Kenya, I really have nothing to say about Kenya. Actually, I have one thing to say. Get rid of her. Fire her. She is no longer a real housewife. She's just a woman with some very bad mental issues amongst her mother, the men she has had in her life, her father. Nothing about this woman, Kenya Moore, to me, is good. I see a lot of evil, manipulations, and a whole lot of manufactured drama that the show simply does not need. I tried to understand this woman from the moment she came on. She has been a bully to Portia with her antics. She talks about we should never hit anyone or we should never resort to violence. Violence is never the answer, blah, blah, blah. But yet she edges on the violence. And being an instigator is just as bad as being violent. And I cannot have any respect for this woman. And now she's she's in a position where she wants us to take her as she is, but we can't take her as she is because she's nuts. And the last time I checked, this is the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Why would you want to have a housewife who's certifiably nuts? You know, and I know that to you, she's authentic, she's wild, she's your kind of woman. I get that, but when I look at her personally, I see a very lost, damaging woman who really just needs some form of counseling and some mental help. I see nothing good coming from this woman whatsoever. If the show were to go for season 10, which I'm pretty sure it will go for season 10, I see nothing good. I see her trying to be the most dramatic housewife of the world. And I know if you realize this is not, she's the most hated housewife. There are people who actually hate her. And there's a fine line between hating on somebody and simply hating somebody's guts. We just hate her guts. She's so bad that when you see her on the TV, people actually mute her because we don't believe anything that she says. And I find it very hard to believe that this woman who claimed to be in love with this man, who claimed to be his Prince Charming, mind you, they're only dating for 1 year, and now all of a sudden he's not fit to be handled, he needs help, but every time that he speaks his side of the story and actually makes sense, she goes on to make her feel like it's all his fault. Like recently, she put up an Instagram post of his mud shots and everything. Okay, so he has a criminal past. He has mud shots. But yet you were still fucking him for a year. So therefore, you knew about this and did not give a damn. You used this as a platform to make him look bad. And I don't think he appreciates that. And we all know, you, Andy Cohen, we both know that when Kenya Moore does something, it could be so biologically damaging that people want to either see her dead or want to kill her. I personally don't want to see Kenya Moore die, but I just feel that she needs to find her own platform, but not amongst the ladies. I highly recommend and highly suggest you get rid of her. As a matter of fact, Atlanta, Georgia is full of influential women who could bring the drama but be their authentic selves. Boris Kojo and Nicole Ari Parker live in Atlanta. Why don't you use Nicole? I think, I don't know. There are other women who are realistic. The show is no longer realistic. It's just a platform for playgrounds for fools. And I don't think that's the kind of show that you envision for it to be. Now, this show next year will be on for 10 years. You have handled this show for 10 whole years. Your top star, Nene, has left. She no longer wants to be among the show. I really think that she's really done with the show. And it's just now to a point where, as a loyal viewer and superfan, I'm not even sure if I can even no longer watch the show because I don't like how certain I don't like how certain housewives are trying to be top dog, but truth of the matter is they're just top bottom. And bad ones at that. And another thing. As a gay man, talking to another gay man, please, no more stereotypes. This show has had so many gay stereotypes and so many gay background characters to the point that it's become a staple for them. And I don't think it should be a staple for them. And if you are going to have a staple for them, at least have them be authentic. There are other people, contrary to popular belief, Andy, we're all of us not wearing high heels. We don't dress up in women's clothes. We don't hang out amongst the women constantly to better our life. There are actually a great deal of us who actually are normal people who work 9 to 5 jobs like every day. They pay bills, regular men just like yourself. Some are successful, some, work paycheck. But the problem is we're not all of that. There's so many layers to gay men, especially men of color, that I think that you haven't examined yet. And I think you should examine that. Because whether you like it or not, this show is a staple for gay men, including the queens. So therefore, I think that you should have less queens and more men. That's just my personal opinion. I really have respect for you. It's not, Lord knows, it's not easy to handle a show of this magnitude or of a network that is Bravo. I watched a lot of shows on Bravo. I consider Bravo one of my favorite networks. I watch all the Housewife franchises growing up. And it's just, I don't think you deserve this much toxicity amongst the women. I mean, the whole purpose of reality TV is to have realistic things that the viewers can relate to. When I can't relate to Kenya because when the problems get bad, I talk to somebody. I talk to friends or family. I don't blame on other people. I don't instigate certain situations. And by far, you will never see me twirl ever. She took something that's only amongst 6-year old, maybe younger girls, and turn it into a hobby, and no one's copying off that hobby. Who in the real world, who twirls? Seriously. So now, I've even reached out to your executive producer, Carlos King. I tried talking to him, but for some strange reason, Mr. King wanted to be a queen and felt like I was making fun of him, which I was not. I simply am telling him the same way I told you, and apparently he blocked me on Twitter. Why, I don't know. Okay. Some people just can't take constructive criticism. But anyway, we don't like each other, at least not on social media. But anyway, I can handle the drama because anytime you put different women, especially African American women together of different personalities and different traits, things are going to explode. There is going to be drama. I'm not talking about getting rid of drama. I'm just saying, let's have some drama that the viewers can relate to. You know, like I said, I can't relate to Kenya twirling. I can't relate to Candy just wanting to be a bitch because she thinks she can. This has gone too far. I want to see good happen amongst these women. And the circle is divided, like the nation is divided with Trump about to be our president. You don't want to come into season 10 with everything being divided amongst the women. Because guess what? All of them are not perfect. All of them have made mistakes. All of them have gone too far, past and present housewives. So the way you see it, everyone is to blame. It's not just on one side or one particular housewife. You know, when Kenya and Nene weren't getting along, I did not support the I Hate Nene campaign. Now I will not support the I Hate Phaedra campaign nor I Hate Portia campaign. I will support the Take Responsibility for Your Actions campaign amongst all the women. That's the campaign I'm willing to sign upon. But nobody wants to do that. It's all about I'm right, you're wrong. I'm good, you're bad. I'm rich, you're poor. I'm happy, you're not. You're a slut, I'm a virgin. Bullshit. So there has to be some authenticity. I've said the word wrong. There has to be some reality into this reality show. It can no longer be fake scripted drama as many people are accusing of. It has to be realistic. You know, put some issues that the viewer can relate to, because if we see issues that the viewer can relate to, that means, okay, now she's going through it. Now because how she goes through it and how she handles it, maybe I can do the same thing better and move on from the issue. We can roll with that. We can roll with the drama, but let the drama be real. You know, and like I said before, I have respect for you. This is not a diss video. Just please do not take this as a diss video. It is not a diss video. But this is a cry for help amongst these ladies. I think it's time to, like I said, if you get rid of Kenya, the whole show can go back to normal. People will actually come back to the show. Because when we see, like I said, when we see her, we mute our TVs. We don't believe anything that she says. I mean, let's be honest. She has a hair care selection. We can't trust her with a man. Why should we trust her with our hair? And I don't have any hair. I'm not a woman. But I'm a man, but I don't have any hair. But if I was a woman and I did have hair, why should I trust her with my hair when I can't trust her around my man? That doesn't make sense to me. So I think there needs to be some more reality. There needs to be some new housewives who are authentic, married, can bring the drama, but can also be realistic in the drama, who are not going to who are not going to hurt certain women because they think they can, who will not use the show to disrespect the gay community, like Kenya. So, as a loyal viewer and a super fan, I want to see some realistic drama. This is not a diss video. This is me, like Nene, keeping it real. If this video doesn't get to you, at the end of the day, I kept it real. So please don't take it as such. Take it as me, as a viewer, just saying, at the end of the day, I just want to try to say this. Andy, it's time to get real, man. Time to get real. It's been a pleasure talking to you. Until next time, my name is Rio, and I am out. Thank you for your time.